Just about 60 years ago, a mining giant, designed and built by one of America's most iconic manufacturers, was born. A behemoth of a machine that would move millions and millions of cubic yards of dirt during its long years digging the ground of Ohio. A machine that would set engineering standards for the next decades to come. The name of this machine was the Silver Spade. In the 1960s, Ohio experienced a remarkable resurgence in its coal industry, marking a period of significant economic growth and energy production for the state. The coal industry in Ohio had a long history, dating back to the 19th century, but it reached new heights during this decade. The coal industry underwent a transformative phase in its history, driven in part by the increasing demand for coal as a primary source of energy. One of the key technological innovations that played a pivotal role in meeting this demand was the advent of massive mining shovels. And so was born the Behemoth, the Silver Spade. Designed by legendary manufacturer Bucyrus-Erie, the gigantic shovel was born under the reference 1950B. Built on site, the Silver Spade went into full production towards the end of 1965 and then spent most of its working life strip mining in southeastern Ohio. But let's go through some data that really made Silver Spade so special. Tipping the scales at 14 million pounds, just about 6,300 metric tons, the machine was a giant in every respect. With a rated bucket capacity of 105 cubic yards, just around 158 tons, with a dumping radius of 195 feet, enabling the machine to pick up its load, slew around 180 degrees, and deposit the said load some 390 feet away from its original location. Amazing distances. It took 14 separate motors for the shovel to operate, thanks to a 7,200-volt electricity supply. It stood at a towering 222 feet above the ground, taller than a 12-story building, and it was as wide as an 8-lane highway. Absolutely stunning. The specs laid out by the coal company insisted that the machine be equipped with a knee action dipper. Since this was a patented Marion feature, the two companies worked out a trade. In return for the use of Bucyrus's cable crowd, Marion allowed Bucyrus to use the knee action dipper, which allowed more cutting force to be applied to the bucket without putting a lot of stress on the boom. Absolute engineering marvel, Silver Spade served his owners for an impressive amount of years. 48 to be specific. But just like any other mining story out there, all good things come to an end. By the end of the 1980s, coal faced stiff competition from natural gas and other forms of energy, which were often considered more cost-effective and environmentally friendly. As a result, coal's share of the energy market decreased significantly, and the need for oversized shovels such as Silver Spade decreased with it. With all that being said, I'm sure you already know what I'm about to tell you next, right? In year 2000, word was out that the Silver Spade would be retired in the next years to come. A speculation that became a reality on April 3, 2006, the shovel's very last day of operation. After that, she proceeded to climb out of the final pit and head for a designated resting place. But before she arrived, a breakdown occurred on April 10th, leaving the shovel dead in her tracks and marking the end of an era. She had served her owners well during her active life, moving a total of 607,226,370 cubic yards of overburden. In 2007, the Harrison Coal and Reclamation Historical Park and its supporters' efforts were unable to raise Consol's asking price of $2.5 million to purchase the super shovel and to do the reclamation surrounding it. Consol's asking price included $700,000 for the salvage value and an additional $1.6 million to do the specialized reclamation in the area surrounding the spade, where it rested after breaking down for good. In the heart of industrial America, amidst the thunderous roars of coal mining operations, an unlikely love story unfolded. It was a love affair not between two people, but between an era and its colossal machines. The 1960s saw the birth of immense mining shovels that, with their rugged strength and unwavering determination, stole the hearts of those who witnessed their towering presence. But, as in any great love story, there came a time when change swept through the land. The 90s arrived, bringing with them a shifting landscape. Environmental concerns and technological progress cast a shadow over the once unstoppable mining giants. Their immense size and raw power, once celebrated, now became their vulnerability. The Silver Spade, the forever behemoth.